Hey, what's up? I've got some more lore content for you guys. I've got another deck to showcase, and that is an updated version of Scouts. This deck aims to play pretty aggressively, controlling the board as much as possible, while developing Misfortune and or Quinn as possible win conditions. The main theme of the deck is to play champions, while being able to protect them and attacking the opponent multiple times a turn via Scout keyword and rally spells. I want to run through my card choices, explain why they're in the deck, and give you the knowledge to pilot the deck yourself. The code for the deck will be in the description below, along with the Mobalytics link. Before I get into the deck profile, if you're new, please consider hitting the subscribe button to stay up to date with my content. Our journey to 10k subs is still going strong, and I need all the support I can get, so it'd be awesome if you joined. This is the only channel where you can get my specific style of content and in-depth guides, so you won't regret subbing. I also stream on Twitch often, so check me out over there if you're looking for live gameplay of someone who's hit high master tier every season, and even hit rank 1 in NA a while back. With that, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. Alright, so getting right into it, we can check the curve. As you can see, it is quite aggressive, lots of 2s, 4s, and then a little bit of 5s and 6s to close out the game in the mid game. This is an aggressive mid-range style deck that wants to close out, as soon as possible after developing really strong turns like 3 through 5, and then developing 6 and maybe ending on 7 or 8 at the latest. So let's talk about each card specifically and what's going on here. So we get to run the strongest Demacia 1 into 2 drops, which are Fleet for the Tracker into Brightsteel. Always love this combo, it's an auto-include in most Demacia strategies. Play Fleet for the Tracker on defense 1, Brightsteel Protector on attack 2, and you are really chillin'. It's really good, a lot of board pressure, being able to snipe what opponents are trying to do on turns 1 and 2, really nice. So we got Ranger's Resolve as well, because there are a lot of 1 damage spells in the meta, like Pokey Stick, Bile Feast, just to name a couple. Make It Rain as well, so we have Ranger's Resolve at a quick 2 of in order to outplay those spells, and also it can help shift combat in our favor. If the opponent tries to trade perfect attack to our HP on our units, we just use Ranger's Resolve and beat over them, because tough, very strong keyword situationally. It can come up quite often, so I like to run it at 2, but I don't want to run it at 3 because it can brick and clog the hand too much. Next, we have one of the new really strong cards introduced from the recent patch, Durand Sculptor. When you summon another ally, grant it 0/1. Now this is really good to play on 2 in case you're not doing your Tracker Protector shenanigans. You can just develop Sculptor on 2 and go into Misfortune and give her 4 HP, which makes her a little bit safer on turn 3. You can also play multiple Sculptors on turn 4, going into a Quinn play to give her a bunch of HP. It's just a really good unit, high value, good to buff HP for sure. Next, we're going to talk about Petricite Broadwing, one of the strongest Demacia cards added from the recent expansion. 2 mana 0/2 with Challenger and Formidable. So Formidable is this keyword right here that has the little hammer icon. I strike with my health instead of my power. So on its first strike, it will deal 3 damage to something. Once it takes damage, it will deal its current HP every time, so it'll hit for 2 if it's already been damaged, and it can hit for 1 if it's already been super damaged. However, what's really good about this is that it is another Challenger unit. It's basically better Valor, because we do not run Blinding Assault in this list. Blinding Assault has now been completely negated by the fact that Petricite Broadwing exists. Valor is a 2 mana 2/1 with Scout, 1 HP makes it kind of fragile. But Petricite Broadwing has the Challenger, doesn't really need the Scout, that's okay, but has so much more HP to work with, right? So being able to play like Tracker on 1, Petricite on 2, Misfortune, and then you have double Challenger units for Misfortune passive, being able to manipulate combat in your favor, is really high value. Petricite Broadwing, just a generally powerful card. Next, we have Sharp Sight. Sharp Sight is the best combat trick that Demacia has. 2 mana +2/+2 and can block elusives. Really nice, good to use offensively or defensively. Misfortune, our first champion that I want to talk about. When allies attack, deal 1 to all battling enemies and the enemy nexus, so you get free damage on the enemy nexus while also being able to manipulate combat. So if your opponent has 1 HP on a unit, you can grab them with one of your challengers and Misfortune will kill it outright. That's really good. It can also make Tracker and Broadwing trade up into things that have higher HP than their damage stats. Once you attack 4 times with Misfortune on the board and she sees that, she levels and becomes an insta-win con, dealing a bunch of damage and has Overwhelm. Really, really good. So she synergizes with the Scout keyword and with Rallying, being able to attack multiple times a turn. Next we have Vanguard Sergeant, 3 mana 3/4. When I'm summoned, create a 4 Demacia. Now this comes up quite often where you can go wide with scouts, like let's say you don't open your champions but you open a bunch of units. You can go wide, play as many units as possible, and then just get really big swing turns by playing 4 Demacia and then attacking, especially with the scout keyword being able to attack twice. You can get some really strong power plays in. Also, he's just a 3 mana 3/4, which is premium stats. Very, very good. Next we got our rally cards. I'll talk about them both at the same time. I run 2 Golden Aegis and 2 Relentless Pursuit. I kind of like the 4 rally list over 3. A lot of people run just 3. I like it at 4 just to increase consistency a little bit, and the quick 2 of each is pretty nice. There are definitely options. If you want to run 4, you can do 3rd Aegis and just 1 Pursuit, or you can do no Pursuit, run the 3 Aegis, completely up to you. I like the 2/2 list and it works the best for me. Next, we're going to talk about our 4 mana cards on the power turn, turn 4. Grizzled Ranger and Island Navigator. Now, these are really, really good because if you develop Misfortune on 3 and she's safe, you can play Grizzled Ranger or Island Navigator as a follow-up. We have the Ranger's Resolve to protect Grizzled Ranger from 1 damage pings. And even if he dies, that's okay because we get a 3/4 off of it, right? But if him or Island Navigator get the scout attack off, then we're ramping the Misfortune win con, and it's really, really good for board pressure. Next, we have our second champion, Quinn, another great champion to play around. When I'm summoned, summon Valor. So we get the Valor from the Blinding Assault, essentially, but for free. Let's go, right? And Valor's pretty nice to come down alongside Quinn, being able to manipulate combat, keep her safe. Fun fact, if Sculptor is on the board and you play Quinn, Valor will get the extra HP as well. So that is where playing like double Sculptor on 4 into Quinn on 5 is a really, really good play. Basically, if you attack 4 times and Quinn sees that, she'll level and summon a bunch of Valors whenever she attacks, and that can also lead to some really good lethals. Next, to close out the game, I run 2 Cythria. Give the other attacking allies +1/+1 and Fearsome. Really good to beat over pesky units that are just like, you know, cheap, low attack, and they're just blocking you. Well, now they can't because we have Fearsome on all of our attacking units aside from Cythria, which is really, really nice. And the quick +1/+1, oof. You can get a lot of good lethals in with this card being developed. And then I also run 2 Genevieve. When I'm summoned, give other allies 1/1 this round. It's immediate, takes effect, keeps your units nice and safe. She has Scout, and she also has Challenger, so it's really good to play alongside Misfortune. I've seen other variations of like maybe 3 Cythria, 1 Genevieve, 3 Cythria, no Genevieve, but just like the rallies, I like to have the 2/2, so whichever one I draw, I can play around them both, and it just is the best numbers for me. I really like the 4 Cythria, plus the Genevieve combo for these, and then also the 4 rallies. Another card that I've seen is Shield of Durand. You can also run Shield of Durand in this deck. You could take out maybe the Grizzled Rangers, put in like double shield and push something else to 3, whatever you want. The numbers are quite flexible. I've actually seen a lot of really good takes on scouts. This one is my version. It's a little bit different than what I've seen other people run and what I've seen on websites. So this is like the tempo variation, you could say. Another card that people run is, let's see, more 1-drops, right? Jagged Butcher. He's kind of a classic. I don't really think we need to run an extra 1-drop other than Tracker, because we can just float the mana for Rangers, or be able to play something on 2, and then like maybe another 2-drop on 3, and then we have Sharp Sight going into turn 4, so we can play MF on 4 instead, and then, you know, just being able to manipulate your mana is pretty good. We don't really need the extra 1-drop. If we're not playing Tracker on 1, we're pretty happy floating the 1 mana going into future turns is basically what I'm saying. Other than Jagged Butcher, I've also seen Penitent Squire. When I'm summoned, if you behold an elite, create a Tattered Banner. The only elite that we actually run in here is, let's see, Sergeant and the 2 Cythria, so that's a little sus too. I'd probably put Cythria to 3, maybe think about running Squire in that kind of list, so that's another card to look out for. Again, not my personal preference. And that about wraps it up for the deck profile. Hope I was able to give context on why I chose the cards that I did, and also some other possible inclusions for you to play around with. Now here's some live commentary games so you can see how the deck plays out. I'll be giving context to why I'm playing certain cards, and hopefully it gives you a good feel on how to play the deck. Alright, for the first game, we got Jayce Lux. Gonna be a pretty interesting matchup. Hopefully we get our Ranger's Resolve and our Sharp Sights. Oh wow, we got a champion hand. It's also a good time to mention, hey yo, look at that. We got the full access arcade skins for both champions. Really, really nice. We can actually keep both champions since we're attacking on odds. Really, really good here. Yeah, we got the arcade board and the arcade skin for both Miss Fortune and Quinn. Looking kind of nice, not gonna lie. So I guess quick backstories. Me and Scouts go way back. I've actually been playing them since they came out. Way back when Bilgewater was released, I'm pretty sure. So it's been a couple of years. I've hit Master with them, you know, a couple times, especially back in the day. It's always fun to revisit, so. I have the deck loyalty to this deck. Really, really like it. Alright, so going into... Oh my. I'll play the Broadwing. Broadwing's good here. Broadwing can actually block 2-1 and still live. We just want Miss Fortune to not get thermo beamed, essentially. Yeah, you better not attack with that. I will block that so fast. Now this. Grant me 1/1 and Challenger if you've cast a 6-cost spell. I don't have to worry about that for a couple turns, so I'm okay taking the 3 damage and then using the Broadwing next turn for value. Alright, Miss Fortune, please do not get thermo beamed. I don't have a Ranger's Resolve in my hand. Okay, let's go. Oh, no thermo. So we're going to use Petricite Broadwing to free value kill this Forge Chief. It's basically going to force them to be on Sharp Sight. Because if they Sharp Sight, that is okay. If not, Forge Chief dies. Also, that MF effect is really loud, but it's also really cool, so kind of worth it. Now we need to be able to protect this MF efficiently. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to get Shock Blasted this turn. No, it's just Jayce. Challenger Jayce means he wants to kill my Miss Fortune. We're going to use our trusty Bright Steel Protector to do just that. Protect the MF this turn. Alright, now what? Yeah, now you do like nothing. You're going to go down to 1 HP. Okay. I can finish him off with second Miss Fortune. Am I going to need second Miss Fortune this game? Probably not. I think it's actually worth to snipe off the Jayce and put this Persuader at 1. Yeah, it's just game there. Because if they don't have an out to that, then I just play Quinn and then double attack and win the game. Alright, for game 2 we got TF Nami. Could be an elusive strategy. I've seen this pop up here and there, pretty scary. We got our power turn 1 into 2, so we're going to keep those and pitch the 4 drops. Try to find champions, and also combat tricks like, you know, the Sharp Sight, getting a couple rallies, pretty nice. Miss Fortune, perfect. Alright, I feel really good about this. We're attacking on evens, so we can play Miss Fortune on turn 4, and be pretty happy with that. Let's do our Bright Steel Protector here, right? Or should we do Broadwing? Let's play Broadwing, actually. I could use Protector to give MF Barrier later. Yeah. I think that works. I get the same amount of damage in as if I played the Protector. But I get to keep the barrier in case they don't play a unit like they did not do. So I think that's the correct play. Nice, we're on both champions. Flash of Brilliance, that's fine. Refilling spell mana. Nami's going to come out leveled soon. Holy moly. Just need another flash. I really want to develop MF now, though. I think she always dies to P and Z removal here. That's the big problem. I could float 3 and play her later. Rummage. Ballistic Bot and Progress Day. So they're a turbo TF level deck. That's pretty cool. Haven't seen a good TF pop off in quite some time. Play below 3 mana, please. Just like play your Nami. Nami would be kind of cool here. Oh, holy moly, I called it. Okay. I am happy with that. Miss Fortune's now safe, and I can do first action Bright Steel and just like get away with whatever I want next turn. I'm surprised they would play Nami into Broadwing. Broadwing already kills her. Alright. If I wanted to go all in, I'd play Navigator here, but I think I really do want to protect this Misfortune. Just to make her extra annoying this turn. Because she is priority number 1. For me and for the enemies. If the enemies see Misfortune, they want to think about their hand in every which way in order to kill Misfortune. I want to secure the kill on Nami, so this is a safer attack. And also grab here, and then attack here and here. Yeah, it's pretty easy to kill the tracker. A lot harder to kill the Broadwing, and I want to make sure this Nami dies. And in case Nami levels mid-combat, then Misfortune trade-up should still kill her. Get excited? Yep, that's fine. Okay, still got the plus spot going. Yep. And we're going to check what was discarded. A second Flash of Brilliance. Okay, they could have leveled Nami. Interesting choice. They're going to get it this way instead. A natural level. I think we might have too much board pressure to deal with. We're also on second MF. Holy moly. It's a high roll hand. Oro Cannon, that's fine. So it is an elusive strategy. Sure, we'll just play Quinn. I never die from 20 here, so I'm just going to develop what I want to do and then go into next turn winning the game. Because I can do Scout Attack into Regular Attack into Rally, and that will level Misfortune. So we win on Attack 6. I could also make it rain, but I don't really see the point. Okay, I kind of see the point now. Let's do it. Damn, that's pretty unlucky targeting. At least we got the Burble. It'd been nice if Make It Rain just hit all 3, but that's alright. Prevent some damage. I technically only need 4 mana next turn anyways, so I don't need to float. Because opponent's at 7 HP and we have the board and we have full healthy champions, it's kind of over. If you let scouts get away with a little bit, they're going to run away with the game every time. It's like my favorite thing about them. So let's Scout Attack. Let's keep our Quinn as healthy as possible. So we'll just attack with these. Even though I could value trade the Valor over the 1/1, I don't want some random shenanigans to happen where this Quinn dies. We're gonna do that. And then we full attack, and then we pursue and win. If I'm scared of full attack, I can just attack with 3 too. I could also play Sculptor for fun. TF gold. That's okay.
I sculpt what others only dream of.
Pick a card. Alright, so they're out of their hand. We just swing here. Never with Misfortune. That kills TF. And then we play Rally and they FF. Perfect. Maybe we'll get to see the MF level. No, they FF too fast. It's crazy. FF is like faster than burst speed sometimes.
That's why I'm the captain.
I really want to see the level up animation though. It's really cool. Alright, and for game 3, we got Swain Ez. Pretty strong control deck. Classic PNZ Noxus. Kind of annoying. Definitely going to need Sharp Sight. Sharp Sight and Ranger's Resolve are like the best cards to keep versus this. Could also keep Quinn, but I don't want to brick. I'm attacking on odds, so she's really good. I don't know. I think Quinn is kind of a sus keep, but I'm going to do it anyways. See, and this is why. Look at this hand. This hand's so awkward now. It's okay not having a 1-drop. We only run tracker anyways. So we can float the 1. Oh, there's our tracker. Should have mulliganed her. That's alright though. Doesn't technically matter all that much because they're playing super passive. Yep. Broadwing or Protector? I like Protector here. The opponent's pretty much forced to play a spell or a unit, otherwise they're going to burn their mana. Death's Hand. Do I want to use Sharp Sight to protect that? Not really. I'll take a Death's Hand. And also 2 damage. They probably play Ez. That's fine. We got Sharp Sight for that. And Sculptor. Let's go. We can do Sculptor into Broadwing.
What others only dream of.
So annoying. I love Sculptor on 4. It's actually so good. First action, turn 4 into Broadwing. Oh my god.
I've come a long way from a flying stone bird.
This is about to be very unbalanced, very fast. Check out the Sculptor value. Boom.
Nothing gets between me and my mark.
3/6.
A sleight of
And a 2/2. No shot. Oh my god, this is too much. And they're on 5 mana. There's nothing they can do. They try to Calling Strike Quinn, Sharp Sight. What else? It's just kind of doomed, right? I'm too fast. I'm too fast, too furious. I'd say Quinn would have to, like, take damage and then get executed. That's the worst thing that can happen to me. Maybe I don't even, like, attack with her. Because next turn I can level with Aegis.
Take your time. Won't make a difference.
Won't make a difference. 2/2. Grab Funsmith. I don't know if I want to get my Quinn executed. That doesn't seem right. But it does kill Ezreal, put them at 2 mana for the turn. Maybe it's worth because I just go into Cythria anyways.
Scouting ahead.
Alright, when in doubt, just play aggression. If she gets executed, she gets executed. It's not very good for opponent's resource. Finish that off. Maybe we'll keep the Valor. If we do like this, then we get to keep our Valor alive.
Steady aim.
Kill Ezreal. Kill Funsmith. Keep Valor. Happy with that. What's gonna happen? Like Death Lotus or something? Deal 2 to everything? No shot, right? Oh, it's static. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Maybe now is time for the Sharp Sight just to kill off that Ezreal. It's kind of annoying too, though, right? I think it's okay, actually. I don't mind this going through. I want to use Sharp Sight defensively when Ezreal attacks. That was a really good card. So I want to do just Cythria, right? All today. Thermal for 1. It's fine. Another Quinn. Ah, see, this is when I wanted to use the Sharp Sight. That's perfect. Sharp Sight Sculptor. Let's do that. Pretty hard to deal 4 damage. Pretty easy to finish off Broadwing. So we're gonna try to fully threaten this Ez. Good, we got it. Play Cythria.
Show them what we're made of.
Okay. We could have also done Golden Aegis win condition, but I don't want to get Calling Striked on reaction to my Aegis, right? If I call Aegis and then she gets Callinged, that's it for the turn. I think it's safer just develop Cythria and then go into open attack. There's the Scorched Earth. Okay. Execute is down. See? And there's the culling. Good thing I didn't use the Aegis then. Okay, we're on 7 mana with 1 spell mana, so we got 8 to work with. So it's never Quinn plus Aegis. We can do Tracker into Quinn. Opponent will never expect that. Win it to win it. Let's go.
We Demacians are no easy prey.
Ever since Quinn got an HP buff, she's actually been a really good second win condition to play around. Makes me happy. And that's why this is such a good deck to learn, because you get MF like early on as a new player. You get like a scout deck, and you can play MF Lucian until you craft resources to get Quinn, and then play MF Quinn instead, and it's so fun. It's like a perfect transition from like new player to intermediate player. I think Scouts is always going to be a great deck to sink some time into. Ooh, Tri-Beam. Okay.
It's like hunting thresher geese. Nothing stands in our way.
We just kind of win if we attack. We don't even need to Scout attack. We quite literally just win. So we'll take that. Love Challenger. Really good mechanic.
Great. Now let's get back out there.
So to wrap things up, as you can see from the games, they are quite fast as this is a very aggressive deck. It's just not aggressive in the same way that Burn is because we don't have any reach to like, you know, finish off the opponent with the decimates and direct damage. Instead, this is more of a board-centric aggressive style where all the aggression comes from just developing a super strong board and outright beating over the opponent in classic Demacia fashion. So if that's your playstyle, I highly recommend checking out this deck. If you want to play nice, fast games, check this out. It's really, really fun to play as well. Being able to attack multiple times a turn and manipulate that with the rally on your defense turn is really, really cool. And that's it for this one. Please like and subscribe if you thought this video was informative or entertaining. It really helps me out since I'm still trying to grow. I'll be releasing more deck profiles, guides, and gameplay highlights in the near future. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters!